I shall wear a crown.
Dead batteries and the tragedies of gatekeepers who hate sleeping in the deep ends of their plights.
I shall wear a crown.
Where weeping may endure for a night, but joy will arrive on the weekend.
When it's all over.
The mourner's mourning will serve as a warning that you're being prepared for war by warring with yourself.
When it's all over.
And this level of torment will make no weapon formed against you prosper.
I shall see his face.
In the proper setting of forgetting what was directed and rejecting the telling of our story secondhand.
I shall see his face.
The lesser recessive man has an excessive plan to destroy you, so I implore you to be the living tales to tell the story for you. Will I live with regrets? Will I regress in my efforts for inner peace? And will I turn to the essence? Will I return to that inner blessing? Will I find a way to retest? Or will I find the greatest weapon in me yet? Will I retire the pen? Will the last spilling of ink be the last blood drop? And will I see the killing of the ability to think as lost brain activity? And one day the machines will think for us, and the regime will breathe through monitors that monitor how many days are left in this rapture we once thought of as the last days, where we capture the lost laughter of bastard babies before their light is dimmed and that light within is flickering in the midst of a crisis where life is precious but lessened in the streets of Albany and every small city with big dreams, and in the missed dreams of the babies. And maybe this pain has a way of showing you just exactly what being big means. Love is Mr. Bus Stop, and that one rock may block the sun, and the sun stops, and the sun clocks will tell time. In a matter of control, and whatever the soul holds will tell time when it's time to. And the Most High will beatbox and thunder, and the Mr. Wonders will have a sample to rhyme to. And whatever their young put their minds to will cause them to shine too. Cause mind you, they're the Most High shining jewel, rising moon. Will I fade in the abyss of the ancestral world of past writers? Will my life be immortal through the portal of the last scribes? And will I die with a pen in my grasp? Will I fly in a mass of cake crusaders? Will God find favor in me? Will they find the DNA of an able-bodied savior? Will they find the love for thy neighbor in the labor of me? And will they be able to discover the inspiration in my footsteps? Unwavering the years spent page by page, on days when I could step on the stage and feel at home with the mic as my throne. For not even sticks and stones can break me, and it's the power in these words that make me great in my own right. And it's the very power in these words to prove that I could write for this good fight. Will I be remembered in the temper of a dream deferred? A darker brother with carbon color, with an esteem of being heard? I was last seen ego tripping amongst phenomenal women. I remain hidden in the midst of strums of native drums. The hated one, that native son, used to be in that raisin in the sun. A young soul with sun poems as a roadmap to one day come home. A warning that within all the morning is the belief in the end of the evening. But I think I call it morning as the rain pours on the forecast. And this may be your last chance to dance on gimpy feet with no feeling a sense of healing. And since you don't live on my street, you'll never see the Dylan amethyst rocks on famine hit blocks. An example of how societies were dismantled and the affected were left with a handle in the pain with cannabis crops. Amidst a scandalous plot, demanding the stops will land you with the ancestors land over plot. And after 30 days, I've learned that early days resembles the deepest of evenings when sleeping is sporadically obtained, and the tears flow as acid rain at a rapid pace, only to gravitate in the pens of penmen. And after 30 days, I found the enemy plays in dirty ways and pretends to be clean and hides behind a level of hatred, but can place it in underestimating the greatness of a warrior king in the making. And after 30 days, I found that pouring into an empty cup will eventually lead to bleeding in an early grave, undated in time, but crafted and creative and laced with a taste of rhyme. A fighting chance to face the sky. I'm at a place where I can embrace that I was sent here for a purpose, a servant in service to the universe, a king here on earth who orders war as the first to battle with the words that can challenge the worst of what was cursed. And after 30 days, I've learned to write these airs that the last were close, whether fast or slow. Allow your soul to compose it as your first. From when it's all over, there's no more hurt, only a casket closed, and a legacy of compassion for mastering the chatter of the massive hereafters. But when it's all over, whoever's hereafter will reap the reward of our sacrifice. After 30 days.